What's up, YouTube? Ninja Nachi. But of course, so today I just want to talk about something that has been very noticeable. And what happens is, so many people are stuck looking down at their devices. Example, iPads, iPhones, smartphones, Blackberries, tablets, and so I'm going to use the word the government, because I really don't know what else is controlling this, but let's just use the word the government. So the government has taken this opportunity to start doing chemtrails, and I understand what chemtrails are, but I don't fully understand what the chemtrail consists of, like its actual chemical make. You know, is it still dry ice? They used to use, I really haven't done any homework on it other than the stuff that I learned like a few years ago. They used to use dry ice to make it rain in certain spots for cornfields and, you know, farmlands when there was a drought. But those were like small planes, and they, you know, they seed the clouds and whatnot, and a certain amount of time it'll start raining. And I always thought it was a great idea. I mean, it's dry ice. It's not something that is a danger to the ozone that I know of. So that was years ago. I can't be specific on it. I didn't learn about it until maybe 15 years ago. And so pimping on welfare checks. So these chemtrails, my wife has gotten photographs of, or actual videos of, 6 airplanes, two going east to west, 2 going north to south, 2 and then 2 going diagonally, and 2 helicopters pretty much just hovering there. And you know, back then we always saw airplane trails, which is actually normal, because if my cousin explained this right, because he's an aviation tech, every 5 minutes or so, the the spark plugs would fire inside the jet engine, and the combination of the cold air and the moisture or condensation inside those jet engines is what made those trails, but they disappeared, you know. So I'm gonna say, if you're looking at an airplane way the fuck up there at 30,000 feet, that humidity trail would last, I'm just gonna give a ballpark here, maybe a mile. I mean, it's way the fuck up there, you know. So I'm just gonna say 1,000 feet. Now these chemtrails are lasting like for a long amount of trail, and then they start looking like kind of like cloudish streaks, and so what I've noticed is when I look at the Doppler, like last night I looked at the Doppler and I seen a few chemtrails, and my wife told me that at times about the same time, 2:30 p.m., she starts hearing the helicopters. Then she looks up and she starts seeing the chemtrails. So yesterday I was like, alright, you know, whatever. And just out of curiosity, it started raining last night, but it was not on the Doppler. I mean, they said it was gonna rain like shitty, but look at this. It's not gonna rain until towards the evening. And when you look at these clouds, they're not clouds that are like a mile up there. They're way the fuck up there. And on top of that, I don't ever remember it being this cloudy, yet that's this sunny. You understand what I'm saying? If it's cloudy, it's cloudy. If it's semi-cloudy, it's semi-cloudy. But these clouds are like, they're hovering over us. It's like covering half of the state. But when you look at the Doppler, even if you try to look at the you know, the heaviest, where the heaviest is, you're not gonna see it. They're not gonna show it to you. I mean, even the weather people are fucking confused, which is fucking sad. Absolutely sad, because they're trying to give you the weather report, and now, I mean, before they were bad, they sucked at it, and now it's just, they can't even predict when seeding the clouds is gonna happen. In Atlanta, when it snowed, they said it's been, what, 50 years? I think it was 50 years it hasn't snowed in Atlanta, and all of a sudden they got this fucking storm that hit them. Like, all of a sudden it just hit them. Everybody slipping and sliding. Granted, it was funny that they got stuck on 2 inches of snow, but for one, I think it was a little too late in the season for that shit to happen. And for two, I wouldn't be surprised up here. You know, up here, we got the 4 seasons, and it's fucking nuts. Now, granted, there is a way wide of a variety of, you know, of chances of the weather being funky up here. I mean, it's just too great. You can't can't even like rely on it. So here's the thing. Down there, you can pretty much predict it because they're gonna be like, all right, it's gonna be, you know, raining throughout the whole east coast of it, or there's gonna be spotted showers, or we're gonna get a nice heavy rain, and it comes and it goes. Over here, it's like, yep, we're gonna get rain, but we don't know where the fuck it's gonna happen. So what do? They put chance of rain, 30% scattered. Why? Because they don't know where the fuck it's gonna happen. Now people say, oh, you're fucking crazy for fucking riding in this shit. I'm like, dude, it's gonna rain like a motherfucker. I'm like, dude, it's a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss. They're fucking seeding clouds, and then wherever the fucking wind takes it. You know, I could be in it, I cannot be in it. It really doesn't matter to me. Because a few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, I posted a video that says, and I say, and I can't say it verbatim because my memory sucks, but I say, damn, the weather's ugly, it's raining, but the temperature is great. Now, today's gonna be one of those days where the temperature is absolutely phenomenal. The wind, no wind, like very little tiny 5-mile-an-hour wind, but it's gonna be ugly, you know? Last time I checked, growing up, if it was raining, it was just ugly. Plain and simple. Not this, oh, it's actually gorgeous out, but it's raining. Nah, I don't remember that shit. If it's raining, it's gonna be horrible. And on top of that, you look at these rain clouds, they don't look like the rain clouds that we're used to. They're not like that dark, murky, freaking, it makes you want to curl up in a corner and wait it away type of clouds. They're actually like a light gray, medium to light gray, and it's raining. And then the sun pops up like this. I mean, it's like, what does that tell you? I know there's such thing as a sun shower, which is that one gray cloud that just has already passed, but the freaking rain just happens to drop afterwards. I know that, and that's usually, you know, summertime shit. But for it to be like this, you know, for a wide band is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, trash. It's all over my back tire. That sucks. So, I'm gonna say Paul Birkin got a real good picture of chemtrails. And, last night on my way home from work, I saw an airplane way the fuck up there, and I just watched it. All of a sudden, you saw the two lines coming out from the back of it, and then the two lines went away. It was like it did like this little psst, psst, psst. It did 4 of them. It did 4 like little putts, and then it started doing the trail. So it was probably like priming or something. But you know, they did it a long time ago, but we just never really paid any attention to it. But now it's so noticeable that they're doing it at a higher degree. They're actually like making it obvious, and I think that shit sucks, you know. And the other thing that's confusing is I don't know what's in there. We don't know what's in that chemical except for the people that fucking designed it. Do you think they give a shit? They don't give a shit. They already did the math. It's quite possible that they designed the shit, they are spraying the shit, and they're like, okay, it ain't gonna happen during our lifetime. So we could spray as much of it that we want right now, and it ain't gonna affect us yet. It's not until like the next generation that they're gonna feel the effects. That's the way I feel about it. Now, I heard from somebody, and really I think they pulled this shit out of their ass, because some people just don't follow up on it, period, and it just sounds too absurd, is, well, it's a chemical that is supposed to affect your respiratory system. Really? So you're trying to tell me that they're spraying some shit up there that's gonna fuck up our respiratory system, and it has to do with fucking fish with too many reproductive systems or no reproductive systems, or it has to do with like the wildlife? So you're trying to tell me that they're spraying shit up there to actually reverse the effects of pollution? I mean, everybody's got their stories. Everybody has their... To me, yes, they're seeding the clouds to control weather and all this. But what I'm wondering is, everybody around the world this world has an increase of, last time I checked, it was 32% of people have asthma now. And my kids got it in some way or form. I have it in some way or form. Some people actually don't have it. But what I'm not understanding is, what the fuck are they doing? Why? What? Because we want to predict the weather better? Because if anybody ever has it perfect, it'd be a 65-degree day, all day, every day, with a nice, tiny, cool wind, like a nice little breeze, and it would never rain. And it'd be sunny every fucking day. Like a couple of clouds, yay. Let's just give it some color. But if everybody had it that way, it don't have it happen that way, people. Playing God. Can't play God. The shit's gonna bite you in the ass. And that's the way I feel about it. The shit is gonna absolutely bite you in the ass. Mercury levels are up because of pollution. How much is enough for people to actually start dying? There's a lethal amount of fucking mercury in every fucking flu shot. They were using chicken embryos or whatever it was, chicken eggs, like the actual reproductive egg, not not the shit you eat, to fucking, they take a certain cell out of there to make fucking the flu shot, and all these fucking chemicals. That's why they ask you if you're allergic to any poultry or anything like that. So now they're changing that shit over to a fucking, some type of caterpillar. And you know, it's like, what are we being fed? You know? I personally feel like the AIDS virus was thrown out there just to control population. And then somebody can fucking cash in on fucking medical expenses and bills and all this shit. And of course somebody has to pay for it, right? Even though welfare people think that the shit is free, it really isn't. It's coming out of our pockets, the people who work. I get, in a month, I'm gonna average this shit out. I'm gonna say between depending on my check, between $400 to $600 a month is taken out of my check just on state and federal taxes. What does that tell you? Now that's not including people who make more than me, people who make less than me, you know? And in the end, not only that, but we're also paying Social Security, and that's a gamble. And it's a gamble because my fucking time is up. That's why. I'm gonna have to pick up on this later on. Yes, there's still snow over there. That snow is actually the same height as that fucking wall. Back to paradise.